everyone, my name is Vijaya and I'm back with your English lesson. Before beginning today's video lesson, let me remind you that you have to like this video, subscribe to my channel and share this video lesson with your friends and classmates. The topics that we have done this week are Chapter 9 Simple Tenses and Chapter 10 the Continuous Tenses. Since we have already discussed these two topics in detail, this video would be a brief and summarized version of the chapters. Don't forget to write the notes of this chapter and complete the assignments that would be given in the description box of this video. So let's begin. So let's start with the most basic question. What is a tense? So we already know that tenses indicate time, right? So basically, tense is a verb-based method used to indicate time, sometimes continuation or completeness of an action in the relation of the time of speaking. So tenses indicate whether some work is complete or in continuation, still going on at the time of speaking. So in the previous classes, we have already learned that there are three tenses: the present tense, past tense and future tense, right? And each of them is further divided into three parts: simple, continuous and perfect. So in today's video, let's try to understand the uses and structure of simple and continuous tenses. So let's begin with simple tenses and simple present tense. Simple present tense in English is used to describe an action that occurs on a regular basis or to state universal truths, right? So what are the uses of simple present tense? For repeated or regular actions and habits. For example, I go to school by bus. She brushes her teeth 3 times a day. Or for facts and general truth. The president lives in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. The sun rises in the east. Right? This is the general truth and the first one is a fact. Now let's take a look at the sentence structure of simple present tense. How to frame a sentence using simple present tense. So here is a chart that presents the sentence structure of simple present tense in affirmative, negative and interrogative. So first thing first, what is affirmative? Now, when we speak something and we believe that it is true or valid, that would be an affirmative sentence. And when we deny something, that would be a negative sentence. We use not in there. And when we ask a question, that is interrogative sentence, right? So we would learn the sentence structure of all these three kinds of sentences, right? Affirmative, negative and interrogative. So, in affirmative sentence, what we do, we put the subject first, then the first form of verb, verb 1 or the base form of verb, then rest of the sentence. Okay, see this example. I prefer my coffee black. So, I is the subject here, prefer is the base form of verb, right? And my coffee black is the rest of the sentence including the object. Now negative sentence. In negative sentence, we put the subject first, then the helping verb. Helping verb could be do, does, is, are. After the helping verb, we put the word not because we are making a negative sentence, right? Then the main verb, which would be in first form or base form of verb. Then the rest of the sentence would come. See the examples. I do not prefer my coffee black. Penguins do not fly. He is not at home. Now let's talk about interrogative sentence. Now in this kind of sentence, the structure would change slightly. The helping verb would come first, then the subject, then the main verb, which would be the base form of verb, and then rest of the sentence. See the examples. Do I prefer my coffee black? Does he need my help? Now, before moving on to simple past, there are two important notes that I want to discuss with you. So, with singular nouns and third person singular pronouns are he, she, and it. We add s to the basic form of verb, the first form of verb. For example, a mother loves her children. Now, here, a mother is singular noun, right? So, we add s to the action word, the verb love. Okay? So, the sentence would become a mother loves her children. For third person singular pronoun, he. He plays football every Sunday. The second important note is that if the subject of a sentence is in third person or is a singular noun, we use the helping verb does with it. And with we, I, you, they and a plural noun, the helping word that we use is do. Okay, example, I do not speak French. He does not play badminton. Now let's see simple past tense. Simple past tense in English is used to describe an action that got over at a definite time in the past. So let's see the uses. The first use is for an action that was completed in the past or completed at a specific time in the past. It rained yesterday. Or she stayed at the beach when I was visiting the seaside. Number 2, to describe a past state. So, she was a banker. What was her past state? She was a banker. Number 3, to show a duration in the past. She studied for 2 hours. What was the duration of her study? 2 hours. Now, let's see the sentence structure of simple past tense. It should be easy enough now that we have understood simple present tense, right? For affirmative sentence, we use the subject first, then past form of verb, verb 2, then rest of the sentence. For example, I saw a film yesterday. So, what is the base form of saw? First verb, verb 1, see, right? And it would change into its past form, saw, for affirmative sentence in simple past tense. Okay? Another example, they went to the beach. Now, in the negative sentence, the sentence structure would be subject first, then helping verb. Which helping verb would come here? Did. Then not, then main verb, then rest of the sentence. Now, let's understand this one thing first. The main verb would be in past form, verb 2, only for the affirmative part, okay, not for negative or interrogative, okay, because we are already using one helping verb did, right, which is in its past form, okay, so we do not need to use second form of verb for the main verb. The negative sentence structure would be subject, helping verb, then not, then main verb, then rest of the sentence. For example, I did not see a film, or he did not eat breakfast. Okay, now there are two sentence structures for interrogative. One which can be answered in yes or no, and one which cannot be answered with yes or no. Okay, so the yes no question type sentence structure, first the helping verb did, then subject, then main verb which would be in base form, then rest of the sentence with question mark. See example, did the cab arrive on time? Was she upset with Smriti? Okay, the next sentence structure is for WH question type. This can't be answered in yes or no, right? So here we would put the question word, the WH question word first, then the helping verb did, then subject, then main verb which would be in base form, then rest of the sentence with question mark. See example, why did you lie? Where did they play cricket? Now let's move on to simple future tenses. Simple future tense in English is used to describe an action that will happen in the future. Immediate or on the spot decisions, intentions, promises, predictions without evidence are included in simple future tense. So, see the example of immediate decision. I will see you at the science exhibition tomorrow afternoon. Or a future event prediction without evidence. It will rain heavily tomorrow. About promises or command, I will man this post till you are back. So the sentence structure of simple future, we just use will plus the base form of verb, right? And it changes in negative, will plus not plus base form of verb. So the sentence structure is subject, then will, then base form of verb, rest of the sentence. For affirmative example, I will meet you at the mall. They will help us clear the road. For negative, subject, will, shall, not, then base form of verb, then rest of the sentence. Example, he will not arrive on time. She will not attend school tomorrow. And interrogative, same thing. For yes and no question, will, shall would come first, then the subject, then base form of verb, then rest of the sentence. Will she wait for us? Will you meet me at the mall? And for WH questions, in interrogative, WH question would come first, then will, then subject, then base form of verb, then rest of the sentence with question mark. Examples, what will you cook for dinner? When will you learn to drive? So let's take a look at some of the exercises for simple tenses. Page number 69, exercise B. We have to form an interrogative sentence and the negative sentence with each of these sentences. I play football. It is in simple present tense. So the negative would be I do not play football. And interrogative, do I play football? Number 2. We sat under the tree. This is what? This is simple past, right? So what would be the negative? We did not sit under the tree. Question, did we sit under the tree? Number 3, it will rain tomorrow. Simple future, right? So it will not rain tomorrow. Will it rain tomorrow? Number 4, he crept upstairs quietly. Past, right? Simple past. He did not creep upstairs quietly. Did he creep upstairs quietly? Children love to play in the pool. Simple present. Children do not love to play in the pool. Do the children love to play in the pool? Now hopefully you will be able to do the rest on your own. Now exercise C on page number 69. Number 1. You have to change the sentence as instructed. So number 1, you have to change in simple present negative, right? This sentence is in simple past. She tried to remain calm. But how would you change it? She does not try to remain calm, right? I hear somebody calling. Change it to simple past interrogative. Did I hear somebody calling? Number 3, you smell like roses. Change to simple present negative. You do not smell like roses. Number 4, he took a sip from the glass. Change to simple future negative. He will not take a sip from the glass. Number 5, she dresses for hot weather. Change to simple past WH question with why. So why did she dress for hot weather? Now you have to do the rest of the questions on your own. Exercise D, page number 70. I write to my mother. You have to change the sentence as instructed. So this has to be changed to simple future tense. I will write to my mother. Number 2, do you speak English? Now change to simple future tense. Will you speak English? I learned French. Change to simple future. I will learn French. Let's see number 9. She played the piano. Change to simple present tense. She plays the piano. Okay, I hope rest of them you can do on your own. So now let's discuss chapter 10, the continuous tenses. There are three: present continuous tense, past continuous tense and future continuous tense. Let's begin with the uses of present continuous tense. Present continuous tense is used to describe an action that is happening at the time of speaking, right? In the present time. For example, I am eating my breakfast. Or to describe an action that has been going on over a period of time, including the present. Akshay is learning French and German. Or to describe a future plan. They are leaving for Jaipur tomorrow. So here is the sentence structure of present continuous tense. For affirmative, first thing that we write is subject, then helping verbs is MR, then verb with ing, verb plus ing, then rest of the sentence. Example, I am playing football, or Sheila is baking cookies. They are singing loudly. For negative, it changes slightly. We insert not between is MR and verb plus ing. So the sentence structure becomes subject plus am is R, then not, then verb plus ing, then rest of the sentence. Example, I am not playing football. I am not watching television. Or we are not making any noise. The sentence structure of interrogative, we write am is R first, then subject, then verb plus ing, then rest of the sentence with question mark. Say example, am I playing football? Are you speaking to me? Is he waiting for Tripti? Am I going to help you? Now let's take a look at the uses of past continuous tense. To describe an unfinished action that was interrupted by another event or action. For example, I was watching TV when you called. Okay, so one action was already going on, I was watching TV, and you interrupted with another action, right? When you called. The second use is to describe two actions that were happening at the same time in the past. For example, while my mother was cooking, I was watching television. Or while Maya was reading, Rajat was watering the plants. Here, two actions were happening at the same time in the past. Okay. Number 3, to describe the introductory scene of a story written in the past tense. The sun was shining brightly. The birds were chirping on the trees. Now let's take a look at the sentence structures for past continuous tense. For affirmative, we write the subject first, then was or were, then verb plus ing, then rest of the sentence. Example, I was playing football. We were sleeping in the afternoon. The children were playing in the garden. She was watching television. Now, negative sentence structure. First subject, then was or were, then we would insert not, and then verb plus ing, then rest of the sentence. Example, I was not playing football. He was not waiting for us. The students were not making any noise. Now the sentence structure for interrogative. We would write was or were first, then subject, then verb plus ing, then rest of the sentence with a question mark. For example, was she sleeping? Or were they decorating the house? Or was she singing a song? Now, let's discuss the uses of future continuous tense. The first use is to talk about situations and events that will be in progress at a time in the future. For example, next Monday, I will be holidaying in Dubai. Or next week, Ryan will be joining his new office. Okay. The second use is to talk about an action that will begin now and continue into the future. For example, they will be practicing for the match till 8 o'clock, or Karuna will be studying till she completes the syllabus. Now the sentence structure of future continuous tense. For affirmative, we write the subject first, then will be or shall be, then verb plus ing, then rest of the sentence. For example, you will be singing at the party tonight, or you will be joining the new office next week. For negative, subject first, then will, shall, then we will insert not, then be, then verb plus ing, then rest of the sentence. Okay. For example, you will not be singing at the party, or father will not be cooking lunch for us. Now, interrogative structure. First, we will write the helping verb will or shall, then the subject, then be, then verb plus ing, then rest of the sentence with the question mark. For example, will she be waiting for us? Or another example, will the girls be completing the homework? So that was the sentence structure for present, past and future continuous tenses. Now let's take a look at the exercises of this chapter. See exercise A on page number 74 of your grammar book. So fill in the blanks with simple present or present continuous form of the verbs given in the brackets. Okay. So we can use simple present or present continuous as needed. First sentence. Jack has a sore throat. He says he feels feverish too. The rain is coming in through the crack in the window pane. Number 3. Anushka troubles me a lot. She begins to sing when I do my homework. Number 4. The Ganga flows through many parts of India. It floods quite often but makes the soil fertile. Hopefully you would be able to do the rest of the questions on your own. Now see exercise B on page number 75. You have to fill in the blank here with simple present or present continuous. It's the same. So I hope you would be able to do this on your own. See exercise C on page number 77. You have to fill in the blanks with simple past tense or past continuous tense of the verb given in the brackets. The first question is already answered. My brother was waiting for me at the airport when my plane landed. Number 2. Fazil hurt his finger while he was hammering a nail into the box. Number 3. The power went off while I was watching the film. Number 4. It began to rain when we were playing the finals. Number 5. I came across many interesting pictures when I was surfing the internet. Number 6. The boys were stealing the mangoes when the watchman saw them. Number 7. It began to rain when we were waiting at the bus stop. Hopefully you will be able to do the rest on your own. Exercise D. Change the verbs in these sentences into future continuous tenses given on page number 79. The first one is already changed. The heat is suffocating. Okay. And it will be changed to the heat will be suffocating. Number 2. They were singing a song. So they will be singing a song. Right. Number 3. We are enjoying the party. We will be enjoying the party. They are watching TV. They will be watching TV. She is washing the car. She will be washing the car. Now rest you have to do on your own. That was our lesson for today. And don't forget to check the description box for today's notes and assignments. And write them down in your fair register. And I'll see you again in the next video. Till then, take care of yourselves. Bye.